push.
Play.
Previously on Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair.
I got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards. The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
And now, let's continue our gameplay of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair.
It has to be you! Yokoseyo Anji! No. Byakuya. Yes, sweaty pants.
You're the only one! Teru. Could it be you?
I'm actually reconsidering. No. Okay. Yeah, final answer.
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Or Kazuichi? It was either him or Kazuichi, because Kazuichi wasn't in the room. And he would have probably been the one to figure out how much wattage it would take to trip the circuit breaker. But no. Okay. It was either him or Kazuichi, because they weren't in the room.
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic?
I don't know, people have gotten a death sentence for less than that. Way less than that.
You're cruel! Cruel! Too cruel!
Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
That's something, Gundam.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important! If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark? What was the mark? Probably that stuff that was shining near Byakuya's body, right?
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
Police investigations would be very awkward. And entertaining, to say the least.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope? Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. That's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall. Is that true, Teru?
Would we believe him if he said it wasn't?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
Yeah, seriously.
Ooh, I was born in West Asafu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
Ooh, good points. His memories.
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
To be fair, when I get angry or when I get around my family, my Brooklyn accent comes out really strong. It's really weird.
I probably can. Oh, you again!
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at Teru himself.
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back.
Oh, this is definitely something he would not miss.
Then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right? Well, what?
Don't make me remember! It's so embarrassing!
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that. Huh? It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
Or ever.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
Huh? That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
Oh no. No way.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Exactly.
Even so. Nagito, say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
You're on your own, bucko.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
This should be a try not to laugh challenge, just listening to him talk.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
No, the murder weapon hadn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
You understand him?
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
The weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
Wow. That's impressive.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
What? Even I don't know. And I'm looking at the subtitles.
He said, try to do it.
Oh, thank you.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters and at least 50 centimeters in length. That brontosaurus bone! I'm kidding. I feel like there was a tool that met those requirements in the same place where the portable stove was. And when Byakuya and I found it, it was something that was already missing from there. If so, then that weapon is... No, meat skewer, I think? Control. Yeah. I don't know what it's called. No, I needed that. What? Holy. Oh, left mouse button. No! Whoa, that was close. R? Iron skewer. Oh. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, I need you. Okay. Oh! No! Dang it! Wait, why did I do that? Oh! Ah! Ah! There we go. E. R. R. R's. No, I needed that. There we go. There. Whew.
I got it! That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list, and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Avril Lavigne!
What?
Avril Lavigne?
Her arm was loose the whole time. She could have gotten out, but she chose to just hang there the whole time. It's been almost 3 hours.
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random to with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
Yeah. Y'all all had the chance to walk to the trial by yourselves, so anything's possible.
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
I think everywhere needs that.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Yeah, just for littering.
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
Probably hid it in your freaking food. Ew.
Probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us. Oh! 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 Whoa!
His brain is breaking.
Oh!
Stop it, please.
Whoa!
Please stop. Into a baboon. I can't.
What the hell you even saying, you Jubakura hick?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
She's better than Google Translate. If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could it have been in an unexpected place? Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? At the time, the only place Byakuya and I hadn't searched is probably that place.
I'm not hiding that thing!
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
Ooh. I'm gonna miss you, Teru. I must reveal to Teru the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. What?
Shut up!
Oh boy.
I don't know! That's impossible! Paris Hilton! Nonsense!
I'll just keep pushing the button.
Unforgivable! I don't know! Where would the weapon be?
The meat on the bone?
That's impossible!
Oh boy. Oh, I'm getting Dance Dance Revolution flashbacks.
I don't know! That's impossible!
How am I missing all of that?
Where would the weapon be?
The bone... meat?
This is the end!
What? Oh no.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
He said, what? Question mark, exclamation point.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything. In a place like that?
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Yeah, you could have died.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
It seems there are no dangerous items, like that skewer in the churrasco earlier, inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Phew, I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here.
Yeah, seriously.
We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
Yeah. Who is he gonna let leave that place?
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, hold on a second. Time out, time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go? I'm right here! I'm already eating it! Ah, a bear that eats meat!
Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Nom. Oh, what is this? So yummy! Damn it! That's my meat! I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life!
Aren't
The
you a
taste brings
machine?
me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My, there's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Oh, cool.
Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
Mm-hmm.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
You're nothing but a bunch of poor loudmouth bad move eating hicks.
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
Thanks, Monami.
You don't need to translate anymore.
Yeah.
Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Never should have waited about cooking on your grate.
Wow. Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first...
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, We need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Go over the entire incident. And then I can prove Teretsuru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it. Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with a desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment,
The killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime. Especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
He doesn't sound like he's crazy. Oh. Take a B. Yeah, like what's that dude? Pale dude? He started flipping out going crazy, but Teru-Teru's crying, and I'm wondering if we got the wrong Nope. Final answer. Teru-Teru. Burn him.